start between 9 and 11. It was an 11-hour shoot starting at 10. So I got done at 9 p.m. having been on set in multiple parts of New York City all day and hadn't figured out that 9 to 11 was not a 2-hour window. So, but we had fun. The blooper reel of Moulin Rouge is great. I guess that's a humorous anecdote about Doug Walker. Yeah, thanks for the question. Hi, how's it going? You, sir. Question.
Are there any with lyrics, songs that you want to do or that haven't because maybe like the song or the lyrics just didn't come up?
Well, I did write a draft about Crash Man, about him being an alcoholic who drives when he's drunk, and I decided not to release it because even though it's funny now, it's like, I don't know, like, I mean, this is not a hard and fast rule with me, but it's like, I kept going like, man, probably somebody's gonna watch this and like their sister just died, you know, texting and driving while drunk and it's gonna ruin their day. Stuff like that, where like, I write it and go, like, or even like the original draft of STD's Gotta Catch 'Em All was the most foul, the most vile. Just every word that makes people squirm. There are words that aren't inherently bad, like moist or labia, which inherently people go, like they laugh and go, I don't want to be anywhere else right now. That was like the bread and butter of the first draft of that. 4 drafts later, the still filthy version that made it to YouTube came out. So there's stuff like that, but you know, I sometimes chip away at something for years. I did like 3 different drafts of Ken's theme over 2.5 years till I figured out the concept I really wanted to do. It was originally a song all about the Street Fighter characters. Then I was like, I'm kind of taking the piss out of each one of them. I sound like such a douche. Maybe I'll do it as the douche. Clearly Ken. So, yeah. But it's not like I've had an insurmountable, like the one that's insurmountable for me is da-da-da-da-da-da, like the original Mario tune, because how do you encompass all that is Mario in his own tune? A tune that somebody can play on a jug and it'll get 1 million views because everybody knows it. A tune that people know better than the national anthem of the United States of America. A tune that probably should have been sent out on the Voyager into space on that gold record. Because it is a part of the human cultural vernacular. How am I going to add lyrics to that that are going to do it justice? The answer, not. Because it's also extremely hard. The pretentious word alert. The inherent prosody of the melody, which means the way that the rhythm goes in relation to what the words would be, is very unnatural. Like, if I spoke like, well, I'm just a little tired because I'm here on this day as right now. Like, it's a very, like, jerky melody that works when you've got the but, like, when you're trying to add words, it would just sound either Christopher Walken or Jeff Goldblum, or it would just sound weird. One of those, like, you know, semicolons for no reason in the middle of an independent clause, you know, grammar. Anyway, so, yeah, nothing's insurmountable. I'll put it this way. If I get sick of trying on a song, it's not that I can't, it's that I don't care enough anymore. If somebody came around and said, hey, we'll give you $10,000 to do Blaster Master with lyrics, I'd find a way, you know, so that's my answer for you. Yes?
You've done the ending theme for Link to the Past. Have you ever thought of doing any more songs from that game?
No. The main theme is the main Zelda theme. The Dark World has been done so well by Dave Ballmer that I wouldn't touch it. No other theme from that really rang my bell as a lyric, and the ending theme, what's sad about it is that I sometimes wish I would have done something more triumphant and positive, because it is such like almost like a graduation, like pomp and circumstance kind of song, you know? But when I got the concept that like in the Hyrule Historia thing of all the links being different, that one is just a jerk, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I kind of want to make a video. You guys are probably, most of you, too young to remember Dorf, but like, Dorf is this Tim Conway character where he was actually on his knees, appearing to be a dwarf, but his knees had shoes on them, so he just looked like a short, stubby man. And I thought it would be funny to have somebody make a custom costume where I'm Link, but my shoes are on my knees, and I'm blue screening out the rest of me, So it looks like I'm just this little guy, and then sing the song in the video with that kind of Gaston bravado to make kind of the contrast of I'm this. Anyway, the inherent problem with that is that people could go, oh, so people are funny just because they're little? Like, I don't want to go there and piss off Tumblr. I don't, you know. Like, we're kind of a few decades past the Benny Hill joke in the 60s where, you know, somebody who's like a little person comes out and it's just inherently funny. Like, it's kind of like saying, you're not a person, which I don't want to do, but it could be funny, the idea of little tiny me thinking I'm such a hot shit, and then maybe everybody else around me is big. I don't know, like a child. Anyway, I have not thought about doing any other songs from that, but I haven't played Link Between Worlds yet. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to go more or less chronologically through the Zelda series, and that is a great segue into what I'm about to show you guys. So, this is top secret. Please don't tweet about this. No. Seriously, if you could keep this to yourselves, it'd be super great.